Hey, beautiful people! Hello, hello, hello. Let's set myself up here properly. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? Haven't done a live in ages. I want to do a live on some information that I'm receiving, downloading. I'm such a geek, guys, for health. I'm obsessed with it. I love doing free videos too, and just sharing. And it's an honor to share with people information that I'm learning on studies and life and health. And what am I doing? Well, for starters, melatonin. Melatonin, right? Melatonin studies is key, absolutely key. It really is powwow. So obviously I'm not wearing these glasses for looks, right? I hope people know that. I don't really care. And sunglasses are not good and healthy anyway, right? So, and it's wearing them inside is stupid to wear sunglasses. Obviously these are blue blocking glasses. They're not any blue blocking glasses either. They're red. They're more powerful than orange tinted blue blocking glasses. These are red laser blue blocking glasses. So these are more hardcore than normal orange tinted glasses. But it comes at a price because I can't really see. If I'm outside, it's hard to see properly with these glasses. But if I'm in an environment where I know where everything is, I can look at these because it turns everything red. And of course, I go a bit more hardcore than most people. These are cheap too. So if you're interested, message me. I'll tell you how to find these glasses. They cost like $10, £10, whatever. But anyway, talking about melatonin, it's kind of tied in together. Melatonin is a super powerful hormone that your body produces. But it only produces under certain conditions, and it really is the key. There's many keys to health, but melatonin is a great focus area because it really does a real good amount of security, comfort, and it's not even disease prevention. It's more like health optimization when it comes to melatonin and what it does. Number one piece of information I want to say and remind myself is, I keep forgetting this, is that melatonin darkens your skin. Anything that darkens your skin is healthy for you. Anything that lightens your skin is unhealthy for you. Well, it's good to know that when you focus on melatonin and when you make loads of it, it will naturally darken your skin. Same as sunlight darkens your skin. Same as fasting, intermittent fasting, especially longer fasts, darken your skin. Same as fresh urine, especially aged urine topically, darkens your skin. There's clues. Well, melatonin, when you make lots of it, it darkens your skin. So that's an indicator that it's powerful. And also another thing it does, this is really important information too, is it gives you melatonin's amazing for many reasons, but what it does, one reason why I love it is because it slows down the monkey chatter mind. You know, a lot of people live in a high stressed out state of beta alpha brainwave states. When you're awake, it's really key to get into the alpha brainwave. About when you go into flow, you know, that flow state. When you're doing things, you feel amazing, you're getting the downloads. It's linked in with alpha brainwave state. A great way to induce alpha brainwave states without going into levels of mastery. You can induce alpha brainwave states by practicing something, they say for 10,000 hours for a long period of time, doing that kind of shit, which is true. That's why the Michael Jordans and all these people do in the flow when they're playing. You're like, whoa, it's amazing. They practice for ages. But one way anyone can access alpha brainwave states consistently without having to spend 10,000 hours mastering a subject is health and production of melatonin, because melatonin automatically slows your brainwave states down from a low beta to high beta to alpha. You can feel it. It's very obvious. When I'm making melatonin, because I'm doing the right protocols, and I'll get to how you make melatonin in a second, although you guys probably know, I'm just going to reaffirm it. When you make a lot of it, your heart will beat a little bit different. You can feel the ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom of your heart. It's hard to describe. Your heart rate variability, you can feel your heart rate variability increases, which is what you want. You want a heart rate variability, but also you can feel the heartbeat go boom, da boom, da boom, boom. And this is how I know, for me internally, I'm very sensitive and very aware of how my body functions. It's my gift, and I can feel when I go into alpha brainwave states, because my heart goes boom to boom, I can feel it beating at a more consistent beat. Then I know I'm in alpha wave. So I fucking love alpha wave brainwave states. I fucking love it. It's where the downloads come. It's where the mastery comes, and it's really key for health. Quite frankly, people are stressed and diseased because they never get into alpha wave brainwave states because they don't do little things like take care of their health and wear, I don't know, things to protect their eyes so they can make the melatonin at night. People ain't making melatonin, guys. In the mainstream, people ain't making melatonin at night. And there's a number of reasons why. Lack of education of how to make melatonin. But also we're bombarded when we have to do so many weird things in our society that automatically put us against making melatonin properly. So, with that being said, just to recap, melatonin really does darken your skin. Anything that darkens your skin is healthy for you. Look at Arnold Ehret's work. Do Adrian massaging on your face, you'll realize. Go in the sunlight in the summer if you're in a non-tropical location, if you're in the tropics, anytime, your skin will darken. It's a healthy thing. We've been lied to. Anything that lightens your skin is unhealthy for you. Anything that darkens your skin is healthy. Melatonin is healthy. Melatonin is a very famous antioxidant, so it takes away the free radicals that cause problems and age us. So not only does it darken your skin, it makes your skin youthful and beautiful. When you make a lot of melatonin at night, it's for the next rejuvenation hormone. It's not a stress hormone, get up and go, that you need during the day. Melatonin is a relaxation hormone. You know, a get ready for sleep hormone. It relaxes you and calms the mind down. When you're making lots of melatonin, your heart will start resonating at high frequency. Your brain will go into alpha brainwave states. You'll feel much more calm and chill, and you're more optimized for downloads. That's why we get downloads when we're making melatonin. We're doing the protocols. It's a really special hormone that, quite frankly, even some of you guys aren't nailing, if I'm being honest, because are you wearing your blue blockers at night? Are you looking at blue screens at night with your bare shit eyes? Because if you are, you're fucking not making melatonin. Oh, unless you go to bed early. But there's loads of ways. Anyway, let's get back. Let's talk a little bit about. It's going to be a super epic one. Thanks for watching. So that's explaining what it does and why it's powerful. Now I'll just explain how we can make it and how other people aren't making the melatonin. Right. Rule number 1 of melatonin is it's in line with your circadian rhythms. So the circadian rhythms of nature make melatonin when it gets dark outside, whatever your variation of dark is, because dark is different for everyone at different times, obviously. So melatonin is a sleep hormone. It's only produced when it gets dark outside. That's the key to melatonin. And that's the reason why most people don't make melatonin, because we live in artificial environments that trick us into thinking it's light when it's dark. Because, listen, when it's dark and the sun goes down, we've now created an environment where there's light everywhere. Yeah? So our eyes pick up on the light and think and it tells our brain and our eyes it's daytime, so that we don't produce the melatonin. So we've got to do things to try and trick our brain into thinking that it's nighttime. Because it is actually nighttime outside. Because we're not living in nature anymore, guys. Nor am I. Look, I've got the fucking lights on. I'm on the Wi-Fi EMS on. I'm no longer living in nature right now. So we've got to trick our brain. We've got to do the biohacks. Yeah, unless you're actually, away from the urban jungle where the lights are. And you're probably not. You've got cars outside. You've got street lamps, all that kind of shit when it gets dark. So you've got to do the tricks. Now, your eyes are the most important photoreceptor light. They're the ones that tell you the most. Well, your skin does too. Your eyes are the most important thing to tell you that it's light or dark. So melatonin will only be produced in the dark, right? So you have to trick your brain to go in alignment with nature and tell it that it's dark time. So this is why the community talks about wearing something to protect your eyes, blue blocking glasses. That's why the blue blocking glasses is key. You don't have to wear red ones. These are hardcore. These even block out the orange. You can wear orange tinted glasses. You can see through properly. This one I told you at the beginning earlier is a little hard to see, but it makes more melatonin for me faster because I'm a little bit more hardcore and I can handle it and I'm not going outside there. I'm in an environment where I know what I'm doing. So you have to wear the blue blocking glasses. That's step number 1. But let me tell you, that's not the only step. If you do, it is the most important step, but it's not the only step to make melatonin. If you don't do that, you need other stuff. So you wear the blue blocking glasses. Now, time-wise, it's a funny one because, in the wintertime, you've got 5 or 6 hours probably before you get to sleep, right? Because the sun goes down super early. Well, the longer you wear your blue-blocking glasses before bed, the longer period, the more melatonin you're going to make. So this is up to you. This is where it varies for people. Some people want to do the biohack, don't have the patience to wear blue-blocking glasses from sundown for another 4 hours before they go to bed. So that's okay. You do what you do for you. Just know that the most important time to wear blue blocking glasses to make that melatonin is just before bed. Try at least for an hour before bed. 2 hours, brilliant. 3 or 4, amazing. And again, in the summer it's different because of the longer days, right? So in the summer you don't even... in the summer, you might even not even need... This is all like winter protocols if you're not living in the tropics and it goes dark quickly, right? Okay, so you would do it like that. So you put the blue blocking glasses on. And again, the most important time to wear the blue blocking glasses for melatonin is just before bed. 1 hour, 2 hours, at least 1 hour, guys. At least 1 hour, man. That's not a lot to ask, is it? You put the blue blocking glasses on 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours before bed. Then you give yourself a chance to make melatonin. But that's not even the only thing. Melatonin's a bit complicated. It's not just about protecting your eyes. There's a couple of things that stop melatonin being made. One of them, the most important one to focus on, is yes, wear the blue blocking glasses, because you're not living in nature, and it's dark in nature, but we create artificial environments where we can see each other, and we do watch shit, and we don't go to bed early. Now, if you go to bed super early, cool. That's another trick to make loads of melatonin. You don't even need to worry about the shit I'm talking about wearing blue blocking glasses. If you go to bed super early, like say in the summer, for all of us in the summer, it gets dark. It doesn't matter whether tropics or not. It gets dark, and then it gets dark about 9:30, 10, and then you can go to bed straight away. If you're doing that, don't have to worry about what I'm saying. You go to bed 9:30, 10. You're going to make the melatonin at night time while you sleep. But of course, if you're up at night time, but you got the lights on, you're doing shit, you have to wear blue blocking glasses. That's the priority, number one. But that's the first step, and it's not the only step. Now, number two thing that's going to stop melatonin production, if we're being honest, and maybe people here won't like to hear this one too, is the EMFs. EMFs prevent, electromagnetic waves prevent the production of melatonin too. So even if you nail the blue blocking glasses at night, right, before you go to bed for an hour or two, but you still got like a Wi-Fi router in your room, or you've got your phone on, not on airplane mode, but it's actually on and it's got connected to the Wi-Fi, or you've got what I've got on now, which I know I'm not producing melatonin now, but it's okay. It gets more complicated. I could talk forever about this subject, but I've got the Wi-Fi on right now. You guys got the Wi-Fi on now. So anything with Wi-Fi that's in your vicinity is going to affect the melatonin production and actually stop it too. Just imagine this. It's not just light that stops light and artificial light, or sunlight, and this is artificial light, which is faking sunlight, that stops melatonin production. Also EMFs stop. EMFs tell your brain. EMFs in your vicinity tell your brain and your body don't make melatonin. So be conscious of that. So it's not even about, if you want to, I'm talking about for maximization of melatonin here. It's not even about wearing the blue blockers 1, 2, 3, 4 hours before bed and as long as possible. It's also being conscious of the fact that EMFs prevent melatonin production too. And like, if you're going to wear the blue blockers 1 to 2 hours before bed, and I highly recommend everyone do this, like as a habit, just to experience the magic of melatonin. And it's a lifestyle. It's not even a hack. Well, try as an experiment first. If you're going to do it, switch off your phone, your Wi-Fi, go on airplane mode, switch off your, make sure there's no Wi-Fi in your room, Jesus Christ, and you're not too near the Wi-Fi router, you know, do the things, and you can just watch some TV or whatever, and you can look at the blue screen, but make sure you're not connected to the internet. So that's another one, huge one, Internet stops EMFs. You've got to think about that too. The glasses, then you've got to think about the Wi-Fi signal. And by the way, this also applies, so when you're in the summer and you're going to bed, like as soon as it gets dark, 9:30, then in nature, the sun will go down at 9:30, you go to bed, and then the light obviously won't be there because you turn the lights off, you go to bed. But the EMFs, you've got to turn EMFs off at night. This is why EMFs are so important to turn off at night time, like your Wi-Fi router in your house if you get the option. Don't leave it on at night time, because that Wi-Fi router signal is going to affect the melatonin production. Make sure this is why airplane, they say to turn off the EMS signal. Yeah, one of the reasons I tell the EMS signal at night time. They tell you to turn off the EMS signal at night time because that stops, one of the reasons is it stops melatonin production. So even if it's dark, then the EMFs are telling your brain it's light. This EMFs are fuck up. They're really bad, man, EMFs. I know I'm using them now. They're amazing. I'm blessed with technology. We can connect in very special ways. But there is damaging effects to these things you have to be aware of. So there's 1, 2, the blue blocking glasses, the EMFs. But here's the free one that most people don't think about too and don't know about with the melatonin. That's going to stop the production of melatonin. It's actually tied in with food and calorie intake. So if you eat at night time and you do all the things, you tick the box of the blue blocking glasses, you done, okay, listen to Harry, tick the blue, done that one. EMS at night, okay, I'm turning them off, done, wearing the blue blocking glasses, 2-3 hours before bed, done. But if you don't do the third thing, which is if you don't do this on an empty stomach, because listen, we weren't designed to eat at nighttime. We was designed to eat. You can't. And nature, we only eat when it was light. When it was dark, we just chilled out by the fire and went to bed. There was no eating. There was no food sources. We didn't eat at nighttime. You know, studies prove, I'm not just making this up. Scientific studies show that the human body doesn't make melatonin, not only when there's light outside, not only when EMFs are being bombarded with, but also when you've eaten food at nighttime. It really crushes and destroys your ability to make melatonin, because the melatonin comes out when you're rested, and your body can't rest when you're eating. There's a huge connection there that goes deep, and I probably can't think right now, but there's a logical reason why, an ancestral reason why you eat at nighttime. You just won't, at any point that you eat, you switch off your body's ability to make melatonin. So this is why it's another reason why it's key not to eat at nighttime, and especially not just before bed, as many of the mainstream people do, which makes them sick and diseased. It's a real disaster to eat. You want to know a real major reason why people get sick and diseased? Because they're eating at nighttime, especially before bed, but even when the lights go out, it really fucks up your body for many reasons. Yeah, many reasons. Not least because, like I just said, your body will stop producing melatonin automatically as soon as you put food. And by the way, I'm gonna be honest with you here. Even if it's your version of good food, even if it's a superfood, even if you're fruitarian, you think fruits are good with you, and they are, that will fuck up. Eating fruits too. Whatever food you put in your body, junk food, good food, I don't give a shit. If you put that in at nighttime, just be aware. You can do what you want. I'm not judging you. Just be aware if you care about melatonin and you want to try out these experiments and do the lifestyle of, I don't know, being fucking super healthy and having this alpha brainwave consciousness that and the downloads that are given to you by high melatonin levels, and the youth, by the way, because it's anti-cancer and it reverses your age too. It makes you really fucking young, you know. You want to know the secret of being young? One of them, there's many that I know of, many, and you guys know of: fasting, aged urine, sunlight. Well, guess what? Melatonin is too. But one of them you got to do is you got to focus. Just any food at nighttime is a disaster. I mean, if you're going to do the food at nighttime, please don't do it just before bed. And if you care about melatonin production, just understand you won't be making any melatonin if you fucking eat your food at nighttime. Facts. You just won't. So it really fucks it up. Now, the food thing goes a little deeper. It goes a little deeper because the earlier you eat your food and the more empty your tummy, by the point that it starts getting dark and you put in your place at the point which you decide to make some melatonin, you put your blue blockers on, you go like, okay, turn the Wi-Fi, so I'll put the blue blockers on. At that point that you do it, the emptier your tummy, the less calories you've eaten, the longer you're in a faster state, an intermittent faster state at that point. So say you've eaten 3 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours, there's a huge difference. The more empty your tummy, less calories in you at that point, the more that's digested through, the more melatonin you're going to eat. The scientific studies, not just me talking about it, I've experimented, I felt a massive difference if I eat in the afternoon versus if I eat at like midday. I tend to eat my 1 meal a day at midday, and that's really cool, because if I eat at midday, that gives me, by the time it gets dark, I've got plenty hours, and then I make a high load of melatonin. So just understand that if you want to make a shit ton, I'm talking extreme levels here, if you want to make the highest levels of melatonin, you'll find that the earlier you eat your food, and the more melatonin you're going to make, right? And the later you eat your food, the less melatonin you're going to make. And of course, it's a complete disaster if you care about melatonin at all, and you should, because it's like a fountain of youth hormone that your body makes. It's a complete disaster to eat any food, even good food. Your version of good food. It's a complete disaster to eat that at night time. So bear that in mind too. You just won't. I mean, even just a snack. Like, I mean, it's a joke. And obviously, the more you eat, the less melatonin. But it really does stop for whatever reason. I know there's an ancestral reason I've just forgotten in my brain right now. I can't think of the reason why you eat your food. Probably because it tells your brain to wake up. It's a daytime thing. It's a daytime thing, eating. And the melatonin is a nighttime. It's your get good sleep hormone. It's telling your body to go to sleep, and you shouldn't be eating before bed. I don't know where society has got this idea from, because we've misaligned from nature, I guess. We got in this state where, like, we think that it's become normal for people to have midnight snacks. Oh my god, that's crazy. Midnight snacks, what the fuck? Jesus Christ. You want to know one way to destroy your human body? Have a midnight snack. Holy shit. That fucks up melatonin and everything to do with sleep. So many people, have you heard the story, guys, quickly, of people that say that you know, even yourself maybe in the past, and me too, when you've eaten foods just before bed, any food, and then you wake up in the morning and you recognize in yourself, and people, I've heard so many people say this, and they say, I had a shit sleep last night. And even normal people that aren't really self-aware, have any kind of self-awareness, they recognize that they have a shit asleep when they've eaten just before bed. It's a complete disaster. Not least because, like I said earlier, it literally does lower the melatonin. So, I hope, I don't want to go too long here. I know I'm going all over the place, guys. I really appreciate you watching. To recap, melatonin is fucking amazing. It's like a super fucking amazing hormone. Sorry, yeah. I lost myself for a second there. Melatonin is an amazing hormone. It really is super powerful, and it's a great area of study that I'm coming back into. I've made videos on this in the past, but I'm super obsessed with it. I love it to bits. It's anti-cancer, darkens your skin, gives you the alpha brain consciousness. It really wakens you up. It's a fountain of youth. It's something that we would have done naturally, our ancestors in nature, without having to think about. But unfortunately, we live in a fake society with Wi-Fi, with lights, with eating food at nighttime becoming the norm, where we've actually forgotten how to make it, and we don't make it enough. So it's a really good focus, and it's one of those things that you make for free. It doesn't cost a lot of money to make it if you just do the right things. You eat early in the day, you wear your blue blockers, you just be a bit more conscious, and you can even look at the blue screens now with the blue blocking glasses, or anything with the blue blocking glasses, and just got to turn the Wi-Fi off too. So it's a great focus area. It's really powerful, and it gives you, and it makes you young, man. And if you're obsessed with health, or you care a little bit about your health, it's a great hack to help people, anyone with the health, and work with it. Even improving your melatonin levels, someone's melatonin levels a little bit makes a massive difference. And I've given you the hacks in this whole video. Go back and watch to like make a lot of it. If you do fasting, you go for a juice fast, you go for a 1, 2, even juices at night time. No, be careful what I'm saying. You did the dry fast for 1, 2, 3 days, a water fast. Water wouldn't spike it, so drinking water at night wouldn't. Dry fast would be the ultimate, but then longer fasts obviously would spike the melatonin a lot. But then you can focus on really eating your food well early in the day, like say latest to midday, and then you'll make loads at night time. Plus do the protocols, do the glasses, all that shit. And remember, in nature, ultimately, like in the summer when it gets dark at about 9, 10 o'clock, what the key for that to make melatonin is you go to bed early. That's another thing I'd just like to leave you with at the end, is that in alignment with nature, when the sun went down, we'd more or less go to bed, right? Especially in the summer, at 9:30, 10 into bed. Now we don't in society, but we should. We should all be going to bed really at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Now when it's winter in non-tropical areas, high latitude, like I'm in the UK now, it gets dark at, 4:30, 5. I don't go to bed at 4:30, 5. I'm going to go to bed in a bit, like 9, 10 o'clock still. So that's when, and I guess you guys are the same. If you're probably in North America, you probably have a period now in the winter where you're having many hours before you go to bed at 9, 10, which is still early, right? And whatever time you go to bed, but that time is key, and that's when the blue blockers and all the things that I've said earlier come into place. So, with that being said, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I hope some of you guys got some value from it. If you want to know more, message me, and I will help you out. And just read the comments quickly from Amanda. I appreciate everyone. She said something about blackout curtains. Yeah, blackout curtains are awesome too, by the way. So there's a good hack for sleep. Well, I can talk forever about other hacks to do with sleep that link to with melatonin. I'm not going to go there. I've made videos about wearing sleep mask, absolutely key, easy hack, amazing. Because your eyes are the most important photo. If you need them dark to make the melatonin, please wear sleep masks at night time. You're crazy not to wear a sleep mask every single day for the rest of your life. You know, when I was in the mountains of Portugal, I'd fucking wear and there's no lights, there's no fucking fake lights. It's just the moon. I'm off grid, yeah, I still wear the sleep mask. It's just a habit, and I love it. Just gives me that extra darkness. And then what Amanda said, wearing blackout curtains is even bonus. Because if we're going to go geeky with it, even your skin has photoreceptors of light, not just your eyes. But this is the most important. Definitely, but your skin does too. So when you do the blackout curtains, even your skin doesn't get the light. That's extreme. I love people who do blackout curtains. I'll get around to it at some point in my room too, so it's amazing. But yeah, I talked way too long. Thanks. Hi, Milana. How are you? But yes, that's it. Alignment with nature is key, and because we are so misaligned from nature, I have to make videos. I have to live the lifestyle when I'm outside of nature of doing these things because I love it, and it just keeps me young, useful, and gives me lots of energy. And like I said, I think the most exciting thing is it gives me the downloads, gives you the alpha brain consciousness, and I can go into flow. What do you think this video is? It's flow, isn't it? It's flow, man. It's all fucking flow. And it's flow partly because of the melatonin I've been making, because I'm conscious about this shit. And I work on myself, and I love flow, man. It gives you insight. You want to be making loads of melatonin when you sleep too. And one of the best ways to make melatonin when you sleep is to go to bed early, turn the EMFs off, turn your phone on airplane mode, turn the Wi-Fi routers off, make sure there's no fucking EMFs. Bed early, blackout curtains ideally, but then even if you don't, sleep mask, wear a fucking sleep mask, make sure it's dark, and boom. And like I said in the third point, make sure you've got an empty tummy. Fuck me, man. Don't eat foods at night time, please. Or if you do, try and cut down. Have awareness of what I'm just saying, and try and cut down your intake at night time. And you can eat as much as you want in the daytime. Just don't eat at night time. It's a real disaster because, like I said to earlier, so many people report. It's obvious when you eat foods just before bed or even at night time. It just ruins your sleep, man. Why do you want to ruin your sleep? Sleep is sacred. You should be waking up from sleep full of energy. Sleep is the rejuvenation point so you can tackle the day, so you can be happy during the day. Most people aren't happy during the day because they have a bad sleep at night. Yeah. Think about that. Most people are happy during the day because they have a bad sleep at night, but they can change their sleep with the things that I've said in the video. It's that simple. You know how it's not that simple? I've just given everyone the fucking answers to everything. There's no complications. I haven't talked about diet, what to eat, nothing. I've just given you the fucking hacks to have a good sleep. That would profoundly change an average person that doesn't know about health's light. But hey, in the meantime, I only speak to people that are willing to listen. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Have a lovely evening. It's bedtime nearly for me here in the UK. Bless up. And yeah, message me any questions. And also for the blue blocking glasses, these are a bit more hardcore. If you want the more hardcore versions, I can send you them cheap. And links are Amazon. Like cost £10 or $12 or whatever. So yeah, have a good day, everyone. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. Bye.